Okay, we're back, guys, in another episode of the Shadowbringers story in Final Fantasy XIV. It's your host, Amon-Rellik the Godslayer. You're watching Amon-Rellik Gaming. We left off at this particular point. The girl can no longer sing, so she's afraid of getting thrown out of Yilmore. But this dude is offering to give her to basically put her up for ascension, where and this sounds like death, and it's almost as if this girl is like happy about it. Hold on, ascension? What is this like? Oh, you must be a new arrival. Allow me to explain. As all know, the Sin Eaters exist to devour the sinful. But also do they serve to gather the souls of the innocent and shepherd them unto celestial paradise. It is through Lord Vothary that we learn this truth. It is through Lord Vothary's grace that the free people of Yilmore are destined to embrace salvation. We are blessed to spend our days surrounded by love and merriment, until at last we are called to our final rapture. Even the bonded may find a place within that host, should their patrons deem them worthy. Lord Vothary is truly a great man, isn't he? Now, if you will excuse us, we must be on our way. May you find eternal salvation for the compassion you have shown my precious canary. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good. Not good at all. Alpha, no! We gotta talk, Alpha, no. Oh boy, not good, boy. We gotta talk. Oh shit. Like, that is not good. We gotta talk. We gotta talk. Alpha, no. Alpha, no. Alpha, no. They killing people. They feeding them to sin eaters. They're feeding them to sin eaters. What the hell? Right, still can't use that. Okay. Alpha, no! Well, he's not a bad artist at all, to be quite honest. It's just good to see you back. You were taking so long, I began to worry something had happened. I have been sketching an outline for the portrait, but nay, the chives appear otherwise occupied. Will you share your investigations and gleaned so far? Yeah, they killing people up here. They feed them to sin walkers. So, Lord Vothary boasts some manner of influence over the Sin Eaters, does he? That would explain the reverence in which he is held by the citizenry. And as for this ascension business, I cannot help but be put in mind of that apothecary and his ominous remarks. If so many folk have entered the city over the years, where did they go? Yeah. They're gobbled up by Sin Eaters. Alpha seems eager to discuss the significance of your discoveries. Let's go then. Let's discuss. We gotta discuss some discoveries. I take my eye off you for one moment and you're chatting away with that assistant of yours. Am I to assume the outline is done then? What in the blazes? It's so unflattering. Explain yourself, Alphino. Where is your artistic interpretation? It should invoke images of affluence and nobility, and overwhelm the viewer with a boundless beauty. With this boundless beauty. Lord Shai, you stated that this portrait was to commemorate your anniversary, yours being a joyous union. It seemed to me that a realistic portrayal. Realistic? I don't want realism. I want perfection. A spectacle of slackened jaws and weakened knees to make people cry out in amazement. Now, fetch a blank canvas and... I say, did that come from above? The infernal jesters. Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. A tale to make you quiver and your noble blood freeze. There was a villain on the loose, set to ruin our fair city. But our Lord has got him now, and his fate will not be pretty. Yes, the hammer of justice is poised to come crashing down, and one and all who'd watch it fall are invited to join his lordship in the offer. A malcontent? How dreadful. And this man is to face sentencing? That's right. In fact, if you're curious, it might be worth you going along for the experience. The offer they mentioned is a part of the emergent, the level above us where Lord Valtteri resides. Ordinarily, you'd be barred from entering, but it seems they'll be opening its doors for the next little while. The crown lift will take you up there. You better not dawdle then. What kind of outfit she wearing? Some Gundam leg pieces and stuff. Like she got some Gundam pieces on. Join the crown up there. Yes, I am.
That's him. That's Valtteri.
Yeah, he's ugly as shit.
He's attended by sin eaters. But how does he keep them from attacking?
Mercy! Mercy!
By the 12. Kaishia, what happened to you?
Who are these impudent louts? I do not recall requesting their presence.
Lord Valtteri, what is the meaning of this? Why is this poor man bleeding to death on your floor?
Why? You ask me why? Because criminals must be punished. And this man is guilty of fraud. He came to us, claiming to be a man of business. Yet his subsequent conduct has shown him to be anything but. Newry is a city built on love for one's fellow man. Those who have naught to give and live only to take are a blight upon our society! To atone for this crime, I ordered that he fling himself from the balcony. And he had the temerity to weep. Please, my lord, anything but that. What then is a man of mercy to do? But offer the sinner another way to show his contrition.
Another way? Meaning what exactly?
Sin Eaters are part of Yulmore society, but they must be fed with ether. Living ether.
Hell no.
So, I demanded an offering of flesh, carved by his own hand, from his own hide. And still, he could not do as I asked. A wholly unsatisfactory performance.
Tis true that Kaishir won his place here by fraud, but his actions were driven only by a desire to share in your paradise. That you would cast him out I could almost accept, but to humiliate him thus? To demand his very life? Is this truly the way of Yulmore?
Oh, you dim, deluded child. Have you ever paused to consider what it takes to maintain such a paradise in this barren, broken world of ours? The guarantee of safety and stability. The knowledge that if one only abides by the rules, one has naught to fear. I alone can offer these things, for I alone can command the Sin Eaters. And thus am I alone the voice of justice, and any who oppose me, villains to be punished.
And people call this paradise.
Hell yeah, boys. Speak up, Alphanar.
You were granted a place in my city for a particular skill. What was it?
Painting.
Oh, an artiste! Then you shall paint a picture for me of Yulmore. If I find your art pleasing, then I may excuse this display of insolence. Who gave you permission to tend to that criminal's wounds? I told you to paint me a picture!
What you need is a mirror, not a painting. It will capture the horror I see before me far better than I ever could. Can you walk?
I think so.
Don't fuck with me. Do not fuck with me.
Did that little worm just insult me? I'll kill them! I'll kill them all! I'll enslave their minds! I'll torment them! Torture them! And tear out their hearts!
Okay. That was, yeah. Forgive me. In my anger, I seem to have marched us back outside again. Though it was probably best we leave the island altogether, and I believe we've worn out our welcome in Yulmore. In any case, I've seen enough of the world's self-proclaimed capital city to convince me that our battle against the Sin Eaters will find new allies in Calusia. I will accompany you back into the Crystarium. We need to regroup and think on our strategy anew. Damn, so he's being guarded by them. Kaishir, I have done you a grave disservice. You were hungry and desperate, and I offered you a solution without once considering the risk inherent in you accepting it. If I had but known the price you would pay. You gave me everything I needed to make your idea work. It was me who made a mess of things, not you. But even after all the trouble I caused, you stepped in and saved me. And now Lord Vothry wants us all dead. Why not come back with us to the Crystarium? I'm certain we can find work for you there, if you are willing. No. That will just be me leaning on your kindness again. I need to do something. I need to do some thinking. Learn how to stand on my own 2 feet. Very well. But you must promise you'll be careful. The Ilmorans may yet come looking for us. I'll keep my head down, don't worry. And you take care too. Give me the chance to repay what you've done for me. Alphino! Alphino! Lord and Lady Chai. What in the blazes did you do? They have the entire city looking for you. I took a peek at your unfinished portrait, Alphino. Now that I've had a beautiful and striking picture painted for me, but there was something about your work. It was as if you had caught the very essence of our love and rendered it naked upon the canvas. It was bold, unflinching, and I adored it. Please, you must come back with us and finish what you began. I will speak with Lord Vothry and vouch for your character. I am sure we can smooth over any hard feelings. I'm sorry, Lady Chai. There are far more important matters to which I must attend. More important? What could be more important than enjoying the days we have left to us to the fullest? Press me no further. We are leaving. But I would not presume to take the garments you were so kind to procure for me. One moment. I wouldn't hear of it. Keep the clothes, you silly boy. I insist. And I shall make a preparation so that you can pass through the gate without causing a stir. I expect you to come and visit. I will return, I promise you that. The outrage I witnessed must not go unanswered. The next time you meet, I shall be better prepared to confront the corruption which hides behind the glittering facade. Okay. Okay, first and foremost. Can I go back in there? Can I go back in there and get to that? I just want to go back in there and get to that aetherite. I don't want to leave it there. Let's see if we can actually get to that aetherite. Yeah. Ah, gay. Okay. Wait, where are we going? Oh, no. 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 Thank you, my friend, for staying at my side through this whole sordid endeavor. While not quite the joyous outcome I had hoped for, our efforts have nevertheless answered a great many questions. Suffice it to say, our plans for saving the First are unlikely to involve the aid of Lord Vothry and his subjects. Come, we must speak with the Exarch and chart a new course. It's far from over. Yes. Allow me into the ocula. Alphinu and Alice. Oh, it's good to be back amongst friends, not to mention my dear sister. I have not seen her for some time. But I gather she is as keen to press on with our plans as I am. And you've seen quite a lot for your first yourself now. More than enough to appreciate the scale of the obstacles we face. Let us lay our discoveries before the Exarch and discuss what must be done. Let us do this.
And so you return. Have you gained a better understanding of the crisis now faced by the First?
Better is not the word I would use. Some lands may have been spared the flood, but the survivors live only to suffer. There seems no end to the horrors inflicted by the Sin Eaters.
Indeed. Those abominations are a calamity in their own right. And I can well imagine how hopeless the task of eradicating them must seem to you. But after countless battles and untold sacrifice, we have identified a potential weakness. Sin Eaters are drawn to serve the strongest of their kind, a class of creature we call Light Wardens. And from what we have been able to ascertain, only a handful of these entities exist. Just as an ant colony will perish in the absence of its queen, we believe that the death of a Light Warden will cause the lesser creatures within its sphere of influence to disperse.
I have a feeling Yulmor might have something to say about any concerted action we take against these monsters. Fortress command over the Sin Eaters is integral to Yulmoran society. In seeming to guarantee his people's safety, it guarantees their obedience. He will not take kindly to us depriving him of such useful allies.
Agreed. Thus we will need to occupy or otherwise divert his forces whilst we proceed with the business of eliminating the Wardens. Until we have done so, all other considerations must be set aside if we are to forestall the 8th Umbral Calamity. Your uncertainty is understandable, given the circumstances. Perhaps a more detailed explanation is in order. To begin at the beginning, then. In the ancient past, a single star was divided into 14 worlds. This is the source, your home. These others are the 13 shards, in whose number we find the first. Though physically separate, they retain a connection to each other, and with the source especially. Now, let us assume that a given element in one of the shards attains abnormal ascendancy. Just as water will flow from the highest point to the lowest, the excess energy will begin trickling into the source. And such an influx of ether will of course exert a palpable influence. If the element in question were fire, then drought and wildfires might ensue. If it were ice, one might expect the weather to turn bitterly cold. As ether continues to pour in, such phenomena will become more and more extreme, until eventually, a single, untimely event triggers a disaster which cracks the barrier dividing the two worlds. What was once a trickle now becomes a deluge, sweeping the shard along to be rejoined with the source. At the same time, the element which held sway in the shard is unleashed in full, its energies amplifying the original disaster to truly catastrophic proportions. An earthquake thus magnified might strike with enough force to shatter continents. A tidal wave might swell to a size capable of drowning entire nations. These devastating events are what we refer to as Umbral Calamities. 7 times has a calamity befallen the source. 7 times has a shard been absorbed. At present, the light-drowned realm of the First stands perilously close to meeting the conditions for a rejoining. It is the Sin-Eaters who are to blame for the Light's continued dominance. In addition to attracting their lesser kin, the Light Wardens I mentioned earlier radiate ether, saturating every corner of their territory with light. Even here in the flood-spared region of Norvrant, their influence is strong enough to banish night from the sky. Thus, if we are to restore balance to the First and head off a potential calamity, it is imperative that we put each and every Light Warden to the sword.
We've been doing our best to take the fight to the enemy ever since we first heard the Exarch's explanation.
Though we have yet to claim any meaningful victories if truth be told. Apart from being confoundingly elusive, the Light Wardens possess a troublesome quality which compelled us to delay our plans until such time as you arrived.
Forgive the interruption, my lord, but Hallminster Switch is requesting reinforcements. They say the Sin-Eaters are attacking in force, and the village could soon be overrun.
Time to get out there and do some heroics.
We should be prepared in case the fighting reaches the Crystarium. You have command of our forces in the field, Captain, but hold off on entering the town until I arrive. That goes for Alphino and Alize as well.
My lord.
Pray, lend us your strength. Such a fight will provide you with far greater insight than any explanation I could offer.
Mr. Switch is in the north of Lakeland, so we had best make haste with our preparations. In fact, meet me outside the Crystarium on the crossroads west of the Ancestor Gate. I shall lead you there myself. Oh, Heidelin. Oh, Heidelin. Ugh. Heidelin. Oh, Heidelin. Ow. Leave me alone. You know what? We'll get it. We'll just get it later. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll get it later. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Fuck it. We'll do it live. All set. If we follow this road north, we will arrive at the north staging point. The village itself lies not far beyond. Quickly now. Ooh. Hate the current. Gimme. Okay. Gremlins. Old Mr. Switch is past these gates and through the woods. It is not exactly a near neighbor of the Castarium, but as we occupy the same region, we have built up something of a cooperative relationship. What can we expect inside, Captain? The town was beset by a swarm unlike any we've seen in recent years. We did our best to evacuate their villagers, but as many as have remain. Judging by the number of eaters present, we have good reason to believe that a light warden leads the attack. How convenient. It seems we'll have our chance to slay a warden sooner than we expected. One does not simply slay a warden. Has no one told you what happens if you defeat one of those fiends? They hold more light inside of them than all of their underlings put together. It can be struck down, aye, but its essence won't dissipate like the weaker kind. Vile aether will bellow outwards and envelop the nearest living thing. A reckless young swordsman, perhaps, and turn her into a brand new warden. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, you can leave that particular quandary to us. I must ask that the guard stand down and allow us to engage this leader of eaters alone. Concentrate on the survivors. We must save every life we can. But what if... Understood, my lord. As captain of the guard, however, I will not watch you brave such a danger without an escort from our ranks. I insist that I go with you. Very well. Then our warden slaying party shall include myself, the Liviers, Captain Lena, and least but not last, the Warrior of Darkness. A formidable group indeed. Into Holdman's Fury go. Once we reach the Light Warden, do not hold back. We strike to kill. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, never mind. It's Duty Finder. Oh, alongside a supporting party of NPCs. To make use of this feature, simply speak to one of the NPC companions to the entrance of and select the option to form a party. When forming a party, you will need to follow the same role restrictions. Alternately, you can find party members as usual, fellow players instead. Okay. Wait, really?
My strength is yours.
Oh, that's gay. Oh, that's gay.
Very well.
My item level is 5% there. That's the reason. That's the reason, huh? Okay, what's this? It's 385. And what weapon am I using right now? It's got... Okay, so I'm gonna need to just break open the weapon coffer. Say fuck it. Okay. Oh gosh, where the hell is my prisms? No! No! Oh well. There you go. Well, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. What you call it? So, all right.
Leave this to me!
Very well.
Let's go. Holminster Switch. All right. Okay. Crystar, goddamn, Crystar strong as hell. 12k damage. Shit. Okay. All right. Oops. All right. Nice. Nice. Ah. Yeah, that's tall angel shit. Okay. Here we go.
On your feet. My back.
If I must.
Okay.
If I must.
Oh no, this is Tesleen! Oh, I just realized we were fighting. That was Tesleen. Oh, from the pre. Oh shit. Oh. Shit. Screw up my rotation, hold on. There we go. Okay. You have no idea why it's happening. But we're definitely going to try and protect you in some way, some form. Light Warden Celia. Okay. You look a big meanie. That's the one. That's the one I gotta look after. shit. Okay, I saved myself from that.
Leave the healing to me. Damn it!
There'll be nothing left of you but a crater.
Okay. The bonus was swift. Has been awarded for swift first time completion. Damn, a bonus of 1 million. First time. God damn. You acquired Dark Side Mastery. I now learned what? Edge of Shadow and Flood of Shadow now. Okay. Alright. You acquired Dark Side Mastery. Level 74. Okay. Alright, let's get the hell out of here. Is that all we need to get? Yeah, we don't have anything else to get. Nah. Okay, I mean, let's see if we can talk to them. I'm not sure we can. It was no less than what I expected, but well done. That's swell. Yeah, that's right. She still, yeah, I can understand. That light warden gone. I can scarce believe it. All right.
It's releasing its ether! Fall back! We cannot let it touch us! Quickly, my lord, we must withdraw!
That will not be necessary, Captain. Though I appreciate your concern. The eternal light of these creatures has confounded us for nigh on 100 years. For each we have put down, another has risen up in its place, born of the self-same ether relinquished by its predecessor. But now we have a way to contain that corruption. The blessing of light, and the hero who wields it now stands before you. Behold! The monster's power is broken, and the world, twisted by its touch, returns to its rightful form.
Scar. It can't be.
What's happening?
It's so beautiful.
The sunless sea.
Yeah, this is the first time a lot of people have seen the night. Some people probably have lived their whole lives never seeing what nighttime looked like.
The warrior of darkness has come.
Is that what I think it is?
The night sky, as it should be.
Who are you people? You killed a warden, then bathed in its ether as if it were a spring shower, and now the sky? The legends are true. lord.
How many years have I waited for this moment? For the one possessed of her blessing. For you. You have vanquished the Light Warden of Lakeland, and for the first time in a century, darkness has returned to the mantle of night. Without the ever-present light to sustain them, the Sin Eaters will have no choice but to retreat. Yet our victory is far from complete. Though darkness has fallen here, the other Wardens yet bask beneath burning skies, feasting upon what little life remains. Even should it cost me all I have, I would see each and every one of them slain, that this world might be spared from oblivion. Not only for the first, but for the source as well. Save one, and we save the other. But, be that as it may, I concede it was wrong of me to summon you to this fight against your will. I swear, on my life, I will one day atone for that deed. But for the present, I beg you stay and see this fight to its conclusion. Cast down the Wardens and restore darkness to the first.
I will become the warrior you need.
On behalf of the first, I offer you my deepest thanks.
I understand there is much at stake here, Exarch, but why do you risk yourself so readily? It must have been a dangerous drain on your ether to summon even one person across the rift.
I do it for my people, of course. To give the Crystarium the tomorrow it deserves.
That is true now, yes, but the city had yet to be built when you first called forth the Crystal Tower. I'm simply curious to know what prompted you to commit yourself so completely to this particular course.
There are things which we can ill afford to lose. And I sensed from the first that I had a part to play in preserving them.
I got a feeling he's Grahatia from the future. That's what I think he is. Or Grahatia from a different world.
Forgive me. I fear the events of the day may have taken their toll. Despite appearances, I am an old man. One burdened with many difficult memories, some too painful to recall.
Well then, I'm sorry for pressing you. It's a family failing, I'm afraid.
One which has served us well more often than not. Needless to say, we will continue to fight at your side until the last Sin Eater is defeated.
Come then, my warriors of darkness. Let us gather the surviving villagers and make our way back to the Crystarium.
All right. So let's go ahead and finish talking to him, and then we'll call it. We'll call this one. This is a long episode today, but this one was pretty fun. How quickly you have justified my faith in you. So many lives saved, and the sky itself heralds your success. A single victory in a larger struggle, perhaps, but a monumentous one nonetheless. Momentous one nonetheless. Trust parties unlocked. You can enlist NPC companions to revisit completed dungeons by opening the trust interface. Yay! All right, guys, we did it. We did it. We did it. And the next one. We're gonna go and see what's next. We might be able to see Orange or Urian Gay or Urian Jer, whatever his name is. You might even find him and Ishtola out here. Hopefully you can find them two next, because I think those are the next two that are here. So let's see if we can find them next. I'm Untitled the God Slayer. I'm Untitled Gaming. I'm out.